play, and we are underway in Perth. It is the Lynx taking on the Boomers on Thursday Night Hoops, and Melbourne to have their first opportunity as they immediately go inside. And here is another opportunity, one off the rim from Rochi, but they'll get another opportunity. Frolling working her way on the baseline, kicks it out to Canada. An early look for three and drains it.
Touches, so when the ball gets into the keyway, then the Perth defenders have to converge.
McDonald charging down the other end. Fast break down the other end as we take another look on.
We'll go through the net just on that set of free throws. She's got a more aggressive mindset in everything she's doing as a result.
Canada for Blitzarves, early look for a three. McDonald, can she do top of the arc? And a repeat opportunity as Maley mops things up.
And that's the veteran experience of Alex Chipotoni.
Another look for a three early from Melbourne. And they'll get it back. And Hillman converts. Get it back. Now to Rochi. Swing it across. Blitzarves. That's a great long range too.
If you watch all of the Lynx defenders off the ball, they're all sagging off towards the painted area.
Good ball inside for Hillman. Tough shot.
Three-point shooter in terms of percentage. So if she can get off the hook a little bit, it'll be really helpful for their game.
Turnover. Chipotoni, Atwell.
It looked like she copped a bit of a hit to the side of the head.
Get it back. Canada. Oh, and that has coughed it up. And McDonald v Canada down the other end. McDonald will get it back, and this time, here is Aerie McDonald out to clinch Hoycard. Loves it from this position. It's off the rim, but they get the rebound through Potter. And adds a couple more to her tally.
Can get some scoring looks out of. You want to try to settle the ship here.
Less than 2 minutes to play. McDonald. Superb. Another turnover from the Boomers. Perth down the other end, and Maley makes them pay. Hillman up to 6 for the Boomers. The leading scorers so far tonight is Conti. Misses.
But case in point, another perimeter shot without the ball going in the paint first, and then a transition score.
And Chipotoni capitalises.
It's a smart game plan from Perth, but the next counter move has got to come from Melbourne Boomers.
Because at the moment, as you mentioned, Perth have the strategy, and it's working.
Yeah, there's probably two things. So, I mean, you always want to try and push the ball back against a team that wants to play fast.
And they were pressured, and they've turned it over. Perth really lifting. And the buckets are starting to flow. The Lynx responded with authority in the tail end of that first quarter to hit the lead. And as you mentioned, Mark, they just held up.
Yeah, and when the Perth Lynx are playing in this type of sagging defense, they're really trying to shrink all the space around the paint. I mean, that's going to help, that big shot.
Back to 1 point the margin in favour of Perth. McDonald has turned it over. Canada inside, and that's better from the Boomers. McDonald, clinch Hoycard, swings it across. Long three attempt.
Now here's where they've got to go.
Do go quick. And here's a chance for Reed. Dribbles in.
Down the floor. Then when it changes sides, it doesn't stop. So it got swung around to the other side where you saw.
Clinch Hoycard. To Hannon, who's also into the action for Perth. Off to Atwell, who finishes.
Yeah, and Naz Hillman, like tremendous response by her after the first game.
The contest, Thursday Night Hoops. Wherever you're watching on 9 now. Hillman, nice finish.
Strong finish too, so.
Hillman, long range two, and converts. Come unstuck for the Boomers. Atwell charges down the other end to Chipotoni to Annalie  Potter, Atwell for three, drains it.
There's something to seeing the ball go through sides of the floor in the half court. They've been able to find these openings in the paint.
They've coughed it up. Another chance for Canada. To Hillman. To Froling. She can't convert. Maley to McDonald. Wide open for the three. And it goes.
That's a cold-blooded three by Aari McDonald. You know, each counterpart to have that ball go in disrepute back and forth, and then a cold-blooded Aari McDonald three just to ice that possession.
Now the blitz arms. Shot clock down to 10. Now down to 5. Blitz arms. Drives and converts.
To play at that fast, high-octane tempo, if you reverse engineer it.
World-class basketballers who are playing in this competition this season. Aari McDonald well up there. And meanwhile, his blitzards. Great shot.
Finding her way in a new role. I mean, she doesn't not have the ability to play on the perimeter, but she's far more in the perimeter now than what we've seen in years gone by.
Davidson. That one rattles out, but Froling with the O rebound. Blitzards for 3.
30 plus 40 on the board in games when she catches fire.
And Perth respond at the other end. Davidson to Canada. Boomers up by 2. Froling drains another 3.
If they get a quick shot, they'll have one more possession before the end of the quarter.
Boomers up by 5. McDonald and heading to the line.
What game is this? This is incredible. Amazing teams making big shots. If you didn't see a scoreboard on the bottom of screen, you would think that this is the 4th.
Great contest between these two sides on Sunday. We're seeing another unfold. Froling makes a second opportunity count. Melbourne getting a good look at some 3 balls, but Perth, it hasn't worked for them, and then vice versa. Sort of, you know, Melbourne want to get inside the paint as well as Perth are doing, and that's a great example to kick us off in this third. Now to Froling. Here goes Canada. Kicks it back out. Now Rochi puts a shot up. Froling mops it up. Again offline, but she gets it back. To Canada. And now Hillman for 2.
They need to be able to score to go with the Perth Lynx.
Rochi from the corner. Good defense. Chibatoni got a slight deflection on that. Down the other end. Atwell!
Nice pass.
Lovely pass. And Maley converts. Great team play from Perth.
So she does a really good job of staying light and loose, and she's able to maneuver her body where...
Atwell. Triple. Bounces out. Blitzarves. Long range 2. Lovely finish. Canada. Shot clock down to 10.
And the ball has stopped again.
Kicks it out. Froling for a triple. That's a big shot.
Not the greatest offensive execution, but, you know, this is an example of the class of athletes that we have in these two programs.
Maley converts down the other end.
Sometimes that's a confidence hit where, you know, the Boomers have gone on a run. They've been able to get themselves out.
7 points of difference. 3 minutes to go in the third. Canada driving.
To shoot pull-up 2-point shots and not get all the way to the basket. Now, the trouble with that last play is...
Donald can't convert, but Potter can. Here's Rochi. Out to Conti. Decides to go for the 3. It's offline.
I think she's got to know better there. You can create a bigger advantage through the possession. And if you're the Boomers, you want to not be in a hurry.
Tough shot from Chibatoni.
Possession, that doesn't mean stopping the ball on one side. You've still got to keep the Perth defenders moving.
The right idea for Melbourne. Still a minute and a half to go to here in the third. Reed, that's another big shot. Rochi sees her opportunity, makes the most of it. To Rochi, shot clock down to 7. Now drives, and it rolls in.
Contest.
Canada wide open for the 3. Doesn't go. Blitz arms with a rebound to Rochi. Cleans it up.
Able to pull out that floater that she has made a career out of being able to hit. She hits the layup prior, hits the floater then. There was one in the first half that drew a bunch of defenders to defend, and then there was a rebound and putback from Keely Froling on the back of it.
Need to get a shot up. Maley comes up short, but they get the rebound. But Canada has other ideas. Lovely pass to Rochi with a 3rd bucket in a row.
Of her holistically in the first contest, she's come to play to try and even the ledger.
This time out is brought to you.
We started to see leaking into their game a series of individual efforts, which is not how they play, and it's not how they play best.
Oh, that's a massive 3-point from Blitzarm.
Go quick, but you've got to have teammates running down the floor with you.
Canada to Hillman. Lovely execution.
Remembering who they are and playing to their identity.
Atwell finds a clear passage.
In the play, but trying to get a quick shot, knowing that you need more possessions to make up this deficit.
What up? Bobbles out.
Contrary, there's no rush for Jordan Canada. One of the things that Coach Chris Lucas does a really good job of in late game situations, as you see a massive 3-point shot there by Keely Froling, the ball in the hands of the best playmaker in the team and get as good playmakers and finishers involved in screening actions and just give them room to be able to operate.
Here's Conti. Now Rotano. Oh, good hand in there from Conti. And gets a bucket.
I think she turns her hand to, I feel like she'd be pretty good at anything that she picked up, regardless of the size of or shape of ball that she uses.
Yesterday or the day before, she is, Conti. It was a 6th in a row across 2 clubs. Reed for 3, puts the exclamation mark. A fantastic second half from the Melbourne Boomers.
And I was critical of the shot selection by the Boomers, and I mentioned that the way to create space and create a little bit more momentum, because they're not terrible 3-point shooters, is a catalyst for low shooting percentages. So just that last play, Conti gets dribble penetration, kicks the ball over her shoulder, gets made an extra pass. They got a whole lot more time and space to be able to shoot comfortably.
To Reed inside for Davidson. Conti with the rebound. They go again. Big 3 out there.
That's her second 3 for the season, and she's still at 100%.
So that'll do us. An impressive victory from the Melbourne Boomers.